Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Six the Goddess. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shift. So, I wanted to make this video because I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate really any holidays. Um, and Christmas was yesterday. And when I had time to sit and scroll my TL, I saw some things that I'm not going to say it was an epiphany, but I'm going to say it was just the reminder that Black women are now complaining about a situation that they literally constantly feed supply to. Okay. So I saw a post the other day, the same conversations that we always have about, who is the prize. Okay. And it's Black women telling, having these conversations with Black men about, why do Black men think they're the prize? Why do men think they're the prize in general at this point? And so it's pretty interesting to me to see some of the comments, and you see the women saying things like, oh, because they think they're babbies, or oh, because they think they're this and they're that. And I'm like, it's very simple as to why, Black men think they're the prize or men think that they're the prize in general, because Black women have validated that. Okay. Black women are the ones that made men the prize, period. And it's so funny to me to see women complaining the way they do now, not understanding, honey, it's you. So at this point, we really are on some protect Black women from Black women. In all actuality, in a relationship, in a marriage, it should be that both people found a prize, because both people are finding companionship. Both people are finding the other parent to help them birth and raise their children. But now women are saying, why are men and men only the prize? And the reason being is because you made that decision. And we're going to talk about how that happened. So I noticed something along Christmas. Okay. I'm scrolling my TL and I started to notice a consistent pattern. Okay. Now, before I tell you guys specifically what it is that I noticed, first I'm going to show you this. So this is a post from a very popular blog that a lot of Black people follow. And I'm going to show you these photos. These are holiday photos of, people posting pictures for a Christmas. And I want you all to tell me what you notice in the similarities in these photos, except for one. Okay. And as you look through these photos and you begin to look at what the similarities are, I want you to always think about this. We as a people, we tend to not want to take baby steps. Okay. We're in a place right now where a lot of Black people want to go straight to talking about money and economics and government. And it's like, listen, okay, it's going to take us to put in intentional work to get past the very basic issues that we are having as a people. You can have all the money, all the status that you want in the world, but if you do not have your relationship skills intact, none of that matters. Okay. At the end of the day, the family is the foundation of life. And the fact that most of us have not been intentional about healing from toxic dysfunction, generational dysfunction, it just means that now we're going to be a bunch of people that have a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of knowledge about money and how to earn it, how to invest it, with no families to carry it on, with no legacy behind it. Now, you know what we are going to have going on? We're going to have some glowing skin, some snatch waist. I mean, at this point, honey, period. If we don't do nothing else, another foundation is our health. So I have been juicing. I truly enjoy juicing. I have noticed a difference in the way I feel, my quality of life, my energy since I have been juicing. Now, my only regret with juicing now is that I wish I would have done it before, but I also know that for me, the amount of time and effort and cleanup and how expensive it is to juice on your own was just not conducive to my lifestyle. So what I love about Alpha Juices is they do all the hard work for us and have our juices delivered to our front door, cold, organic, fresh, ready to go. I put some in the fridge, some in the freezer. I like to use mine as a pre-workout before I go in the gym for some energy and some nutrients and hydration in my body. We are going into the new year. All right. So join the winning team. Get your juices. Start detoxing now. Start getting the taste of bad sugars and all that junk out your body so we can start the new year with new habits. This is the time. All right. This is my favorite flavor. This is Virgo. And we're also going to save you a few bucks by giving you $5 off by using my code 6God. Okay. I love to see when you all try the juices and you're like, I really liked it. It was good. So let's go ahead and talk about this. The Most High gave women one bargaining tool because we only needed one bargaining tool, okay? While men have several elements that they bring of value into a woman's life, it's not to say that women do not hold several elements of value, but when it comes to what would ignite the desire in men to want to commit, to want to put his name on something, to want to really invest, have something to risk, really get in there, locked in, was that there was a period of time where women had the code where it was like, hey, if you want children, you must commit. It was that simple. Okay, there was no in between. Okay, you didn't need multiple bargaining tools. The way that men are designed, the way their brains work, is they require other people to give them boundaries, standards, and expectations. If you just leave men to just do as they please, that doesn't work. Okay, historically, we have always seen that men require systems in order to remain accountable and in order to have rites of passage and to stay on track of what is expected of them in order to make society go around the way it needs to. When you take away that element of, if you do not do this first, you will not get this, it's always a bad thing with men. If you allow men to kind of run and do whatever they want without any kind of leadership, governing body, things get ugly. So now what women have done, is they have taken the sacred institution of marriage out of the equation in order for men to reproduce. Okay. There's never been a period of time where women have been living with men unmarried and helping them pay half or all their bills. It was unheard of. Okay. And if there was a woman who gave a man a child unmarried, she was definitely shamed and looked at like, and it wasn't something she needed to habitually do over and over again. Okay. But now we're at this place where women are like, okay, men are, not treating us good and they are not doing the things we want them to do, but we're still going to sleep with them and still give them children that carry their last name. Where Black women went wrong is, first of all, not understanding that children do not get their father's last name. Children get their mother's last name. However, that's why the mother is supposed to have the father's last name. Black women decided to go against all the systems that are in place for a reason and say, nope, forget that. These men aren't treating us good, but we're not going to respect them. We're not going to want to show them any kind of cooperation. We're not. Okay. Black women will verbally come forward and correct other women when other women say, caring for your man is okay. Showing him respect, regard, cooking, cleaning, all of that is okay to do for your man. Black women will verbally come forward and try to hold other women accountable by saying, no, don't be out here being no maid for no man. Okay. So you'll verbally come forward and say something. Then all of a sudden, when it comes to, well, if that's how we feel and we feel as though, okay, men are not committing the way we feel they should, then a good way to stop that is by saying, okay, we're not going to give you any more children unless you commit first. Men need that to commit. If you start giving men kids without commitment, guess what? It's just not going to happen. So when we come forward, whether a Black woman has children, doesn't have children, and say, hey, we can't just keep sitting here complaining about, men are doing this or men are doing that. Like, we might want to go ahead and look at the part we play in it. All right. We might want to look at where is this problem stemming from at the root. So then you'll have Black women that are out here, not married, uncovered, unprotected, not under any man's name, and be pregnant. And Black women will say nothing. Black women will not say, hey, you're making the game go upside down even more. All right. When I was growing up, myself and almost everybody around me were all from single parent households. Like, literally, it was so common around me to where I was like, I truly did not know until I got grown that a father was like a normal thing in the household and that it's like something that is needed. Had no clue. So now we're in that age of information where we're trying to pull away from Black women always acting like they're fine when they're not. Okay. I'm liking that I'm slowly seeing more Black women be more realistic about, hey, I do want this. Hey, this hurts me. Okay. As opposed to defending bad behavior over and over again and attacking anyone who makes you face that. All right. So now we're in this place where a Black woman can be sitting there risking her life. I don't think people really estimate properly how much of a risk to a woman's life it is when she has a child, which is why if you're going to give that risk, the man should at the bare minimum give you his name. Okay. It's so backwards when you really think about it. So now you have women who can come forward, be pregnant by themselves, have their children by themselves, and Black women will not say anything. And then on top of that, if any other Black women do say something about it and say, hey, y'all, this is the root of our problems. This is why we have no leverage at this point. Bad attitudes, fat. The men are still getting what they want at the end of the day, which men always have the natural want to reproduce. So these men want to reproduce. So historically, women have said, okay, if that's what you want, go ahead and get married first. And that has worked. But it only works when all the women in the society stick to that. Y'all don't be 15 years old having these kids. Y'all be 35 becoming baby mamas. It is unbelievable. No excuse. We're in the age of information. By now, we have all been able to use the internet to communicate amongst each other how harmful it is having these children in these broken homes and just not caring, just doing it over and over again. Y'all don't have any real substance behind why this makes sense. So you tell us that we're pick-me's if we cook and clean for them and that we're not their maid. But when we sit there and have their children for them unmarried without their last name or anything, that's a congratulations, and you throw us a party? Excuse me? You use the term Black male worship, but then you sit there and you still sleep with that same Black man that you say that we should not worship, and y'all trade in worship for basic respect of the men within our race. Y'all translate that as worshiping. Yet you go to the white man and get your hands and knees at any breadcrumbs he throws you. But when Black women say they want to have basic respect and want to be with their own men, that's a pick me. When Black women say, yeah, I'm going to sit there and scrub my man's floors, including baseboards, y'all will say, why are y'all being a maid? But when we do the highest form of worship to a man, do we not get this? The highest form of worship to a man is to lay down with him and allow him to impregnate you, dear. Scrubbing a man's floors and making him food that you're going to eat too, because you also need to eat, is not worshiping a Black man. Laying down, spreading your legs, and allowing him to implant his seed in you, my dear, is the highest form of Black male worship. But that's fine though, okay? Black women were proudly pregnant, alone, and single with many children in their Christmas photos. You will not see this as the commonplace of any other race. The Shade Room is a popular blog that depicts popular Black imagery. So let's go ahead and go through this. So once again, y'all, if a Black woman want to be with her own man, show him respect, she's a pick-me. But these women are not pick-me's. Okay, here we go. Unmarried, she don't gave him 2 kids, no marriage. So let me get this straight. Let me preface this with this, just so that we get out of this mentality of trying so hard to die on this hill and start to just be realistic. So you lay down with the man, give him your body, raw and unprotected. You take in his spunk. You allow yourself to become pregnant. You go through 9 months of gestation. You sacrifice your body. You risk your life. And if you survive, if you and your baby survive that 9 months and you go into labor, then you give birth to that baby and you give the baby the man's last name. What did the man give you in return? The only thing the man gave you in return was his presence. Only Black women will be so hard up to fight over the attention and affection of men and think that anything beside a man being your husband is relevant or counts. Black women are so egotistical that they come into a coochie measuring competition with other Black women for the one who gets majority of the attention from a specific man. The only thing he's giving you in return is some peen and his presence. And he's barely giving you his presence, because if he really planned on staying present, he would marry you. So Black women sit and fight to be the one a man is in a relationship with, and to be the one that risked her life to have a man's child. That's why Black men are now the prize. That's why it is no longer that both people find a prize when they come into contact with each other. There was a time where when a Black man and a Black woman came forward in a healthy manner, it was a prize won on both sides. And the bigger picture was the family structure won. Now the game is upside down. It is one-sided. Black women are not the prize, and it looks like never will be again. Because if you even speak on the idea of requiring real commitment means you have something to lose. You have a stake in the game. As long as a man has not married you, he does not have anything to truly lose. You have no rights to anything but some funky ass child support. And they were doing a lot of reform on that. Them days of you just have a baby and you automatically get a big paycheck are over. It's more and more women that are having children. Then they online crying, talking about they only getting pennies. Okay, so that's also coming to an end. So I named all the things that you risk and you do. The only thing the man contributes is his presence and some peen. That's it. And the presence, you can't even count that. If he really knew he wasn't going anywhere, he'll marry you. He hasn't married you because he knows you're not his final destination. Okay, let's look at this. Let's just look at it. Let's really go ahead. Let's not talk too much. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. Here we go. Please tell me why there are not several comments under this post about how 90% of the women in this post are pick-me's. Living with a man, giving him free sex every night, giving him free children. He has gave you nothing in return. She has risked her body and her life twice. Body will never be the same. She's going to be toting these kids around the rest of her life. He has given her zero. Next. Look at this one. This one really make you pull up your britches. Look how he's standing there. You know, it's interesting to me that a man can sit back and have 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 children, and then sit back with a look on their face like this and say things like, I don't do commitment. I ain't never getting married. I don't do relationships. The fact that a man can sit back like this, and the only thing that he had to give to get all of these beautiful children was some peen and his presence. That's it. He won. He has 4 legacies right here that will carry on his name and love him forever. And he had to give nothing in return. Black women are the reason why Black men only are the prize. And these children are the result of 3 different women making this man the prize. He finessed 3 women. Maybe even 4. I can't keep up half the time. He convinced 3, maybe 4 women to give him these back to back to back. The women that gave him these children, they fought each other and disgraced each other to be the one to have the opportunity to lay down and give him these free kids. He is the prize. Black women made him the prize. Here we go again. Look at him cheesing with a baby. Didn't have to do nothing for it. Didn't have to walk down no aisle. Didn't have to put nothing at risk. Didn't have to risk a dime a dollar. Cheesing with the baby. Got my baby. Gotcha, bitch. Black women made black men the prize only. Oh God, look at this one. Okay. Y'all in the comments leaving heart eyes and 100s and smiley faces talking about so beautiful. Here we go. If it's not us alone, it's us using our bodies and our wombs to give children with melanin to these folks. How does no one see that this is our biggest problem as a collective? Is it just me? I don't feel comfortable sitting around as a woman denouncing my own men in my race when it is women that look like me that is a big contribution to why we're in this space. Then when you do have us out here, look at us, look who we with to produce what kind of children? Children that will have white minds and slightly melanated skin to be able to survive as the ozone layer dissipates in this damn earth. Here we go. I don't even know who this is. All I see, a woman, 2 kids by herself. It's the habitual baby mama thing for me. I remember when I had my son, I was so young, and I quickly caught on that it's not about having a family. It's not about having a baby. It's about having a family. Okay. And the sad part about it is most baby mamas will habitually offend. I was able to say, you know what? This is not it. I'm never doing that again. Next time I pop one out of here, baby, it's going to be in a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage, or it won't happen at all. And that's just it. But it's the habitual baby mama-ism that is really sending me. We'll do it over and over. Here go another one. Crazy as hell. She crazy, got with a crazy dude, crazy, unstable, unhealthy relationship. Ends in chaos. Now here she is in her Christmas photos alone. Like it's cute. We think this is so cute. Here go another one. Beautiful baby for free. Beautiful baby she gave to a man that have 10 other ones just like him from 10 other women. He didn't give her nothing in return but a little presents and a little peen. Black women made black men the prize only. Stop asking why they did the prize, because you made it a prize. Here go another one. Here go habitual baby mama-ism. She on her second one. An influencer that so many young girls look up to. She ain't saying nothing like, hey, y'all, we got to stop giving these men these babies for free. This is ridiculous. We got to start getting some in return, which is these men's names. Make these men have something to lose. Make them be a prize for us, and we'll be a prize to them. We got to stop just giving them all this for nothing in return. But peen, lies, and a little bit of presents. Here go one baby from the rap industry. Wonder who. Only black women will post up being pregnant, and we got to ask by who. And all black women will sit in those comments and protect this. Do you know what happened if I would comment on this picture and say, sis, this ain't it. Take this down. We don't even know who you pregnant by. We got to ask by who. You on your second baby, unmarried, giving all these men. Guarantee you, I'll bet money is not from whoever her daddy is. Bet you this is a whole nother one. Okay. But if you were to get on here, if a woman posts cooking and cleaning for my man, stop being a maid. But then women post this, crickets. She on the second one. She on a roll. Okay. Now here go to one married family. But y'all hate this one. Y'all cannot stand this. Do you see how sick we are? The only married couple in here, everybody hates. Okay. Everybody hates this couple. Everybody hates that she made a mistake. Everyone hates that she was immature and acting dumb. And then she got her act together, got married, and did it right after that. Y'all hate this. Y'all hate that he loves this woman. Y'all hate that he treats her right in the public eye. We don't know what they do behind closed doors. But we know they married. Okay. We know they legitimized everything. And it's the ones we hate. We congratulate this. We love this. Nothing negative to say. But this one, we will again publicly express disdain for. Here go this one. Was with a man for what, 20 years? Gave him all these kids, never married her. She got nothing in return. you know. We could sit and be in denial all day. Denial is a river in Egypt, honey. Okay. At the end of the day, black women, you have to take your L, honey. You're the one that made black men the prize. You have thought that you ate by saying you was going to be sexually liberated. Okay. And you was going to be out here and sleep with these men and do whatever you wanted to do. Then y'all dumbass out here getting pregnant. And then y'all having these kids fighting each other and arguing with each other for nothing. Because y'all fighting for the opportunity to risk your life to give men free kids. Okay. The day that I see black women begin to gatekeep this and be the ones to speak up about this is when I feel as though we have a chance in hell to ever become the prize again. But until then, it's just not happening. Okay. I'm starting to feel like black women a little bit slow. Okay. I really am. Because you'll hear black women talk about how, oh, black men ain't this and they're this and that, but you still sleeping with them. That means you slow. That gotta be a mental illness at this point. Okay, I don't be wanting to hear it. I tune out when I hear women. If that's how you truly feel, if you feel those things that you want and you're not getting, then you definitely should not be out here having no kids. You definitely should not be out here with them legs to the ceiling. You definitely should not be out here with peens touching your uvula. Okay. But as long as that's going on, you are a total and complete contradiction of yourself. As long as you all are able to verbally reprimand other women for cooking and cleaning for a man, but you cannot verbally reprimand them for giving them free kids and risking their life with nothing in return, there ain't no hope for you. Okay, and that's what it is. I want y'all to leave your comments. Did you notice the same thing I noticed? Did you notice how many black women were posting up with their kids proudly with no man in sight? Let me know. Get y'all some alpha juice, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Ladies, if this is you and you a little bit slow in this way, okay, and you trying to really be real with yourself about where you went wrong at, figure out a plan to stop being a real pick-me, then you need to go ahead and contact me. You can book a session with me through my website at sistergoddess.com, or you can send me an email to sistergoddess@yahoo.com. I like to help women develop strategies, take accountability, look into your past, figure out a plan for your future. So hit me up if you need me, because in the meantime, I'm gonna be sitting back, minding my business, staying out of people's way, and allowing people to just sit there and keep complaining when you're the root of the problem. How you complaining when you have the solution? Child, leave your comments. I'll see y'all on the next one.